The trial of the accused Canal Killer, Bryan Patrick Miller, is set to begin next week. 3 decades after the murders of 2 young women in the early 1990s, their bodies found in the Arizona Canal near the former Metro Center Mall. Fox 10's Nicole Garcia has more tonight.
Angela Brasso and Melanie Bernis were both young ladies who were killed while riding their bikes near the Arizona Canal. Their cases went unsolved for more than 20 years until a DNA match led to the arrest of Bryan Patrick Miller. He waived his right to a jury trial, and so a judge alone will decide his fate.
Sometimes I do end up riding this path at night.
This was news coverage of 17-year-old Melanie Bernis's murder in 1993. Her case is connected to the death of Angela Brasso the year before. Phoenix police believe they were sexually assaulted and brutally killed by the same man. His identity would remain unknown for 23 years until a genealogist got involved in the case.
Finally, I got to the Phoenix Police Department in 2014, late 14, and I proposed, if you give me your Y-DNA profile, your Y-DNA results that have been generated by your crime lab, then I will compare your unknown to all these people that know who they are.
Fitzpatrick matched the unknown DNA to the last name Miller. Phoenix police then went undercover and tricked the newly identified suspect into leaving his DNA sample. Detectives posed as security guards, ultimately meeting him at a restaurant under the guise of offering him a job. Detectives obtained his saliva from a mug he drank from, which was left on the table.
That's very typical of collecting surreptitious samples. Discarded DNA is discarded DNA. If I discard my DNA, I have no say-so over it anymore.
Mr. Miller, you have been arrested on the following allegations. 2 allegations of murder in the first degree.
In 2015, Bryan Patrick Miller was arrested for the murders. 6.5 years later, Miller will finally stand trial. He has pleaded not guilty, and his attorneys plan to use the insanity defense. The trial begins Monday morning. Miller's defense attorneys plan to call several of his relatives and friends to the stand to testify about his insanity. I'm Nicole Garcia, Fox 10 News.